Towards the end of 2007, as the Iraq War appears to be reaching its conclusion, President Bush announces a victory, ushering in a phase of reconstruction efforts. Assigned to a pipeline construction site in the heart of the Iraqi deserts are Sergeant Matthews and his spotter, Sergeant Isaac. Their mission? To investigate the aftermath of an attack that left all the American workers at the site dead, before new personnel are sent in. Taking cover behind a cluster of bushes and rocks, they endure the relentless desert sun, waiting and watching for any signs of activity. 20 painstaking hours pass with no movement, testing Matthews' patience as he begins to doubt the presence of any remaining Iraqi soldiers. Surveying the scene of scattered bodies, he speculates that the assailants, likely a skilled team, have long departed after completing their deadly mission. Isaac, however, challenges Matthews' theory, suggesting the involvement of Juba, the infamous Iraqi sniper known for his precision skills. Matthews scoffs at the notion, dismissing the idea that one sniper could have executed such a massacre in under 30 seconds. Growing increasingly restless, Matthews decides to investigate up close, leaving Isaac to provide cover. As Isaac struggles with a foggy scope, Matthews playfully scolds him for not addressing the issue earlier, unaware of the sentimental value attached to the equipment once belonging to a fallen comrade. Navigating through the grim scene, Matthews discovers the telltale signs of Juba's handiwork: precise headshots. As he ventures further, attempting to discern the sniper's likely vantage point, a sharp crack pierces the air and Matthews falls to the ground, squirming in agony from a gunshot to the abdomen. Isaac, desperate to assist his injured comrade, dashes down in a zigzag pattern to avoid potential gunfire. But before he can reach Matthews, another shot finds its mark, striking Isaac in the leg, forcing him to abandon his wounded companion. Isaac takes refuge behind a crumbling wall, nursing his own injuries. Despite the pain, Matthews manages to establish contact with Isaac, urging him to call for backup from the base. Left behind but determined to survive, both soldiers cling to hope amidst the desert's unforgiving landscape. Initially, Isaac assesses the severity of his leg injury, hastily fashioning a makeshift tourniquet from a belt to stop the bleeding. Retrieving his radio bag, he endeavors to establish contact with the base, only to realize that the sniper has rendered the antenna useless with a well-placed shot. In a moment of grim determination, Matthews reaches out once more, imploring Isaac to pinpoint the sniper's location for a retaliatory strike. Ignoring Isaac's cautionary words about the sniper's acute awareness of movement, Matthews presses on, intent on neutralizing the threat. Meanwhile, Isaac endeavors to fashion a makeshift peephole in the wall using his knife, only to suffer an unexpected injury when dislodged rocks come crashing down on his hand. As Matthews struggles to reach for his rifle, his efforts are foiled by the encroaching fog of unconsciousness, a consequence of his grievous blood loss. Refusing to succumb to the same fate as his friend, Isaac resolves to take matters into his own hands, gritting his teeth through the excruciating process of extracting the bullet lodged in his leg. With a sense of grim determination, he binds the wound with makeshift bandages before succumbing to unconsciousness himself. Later, Isaac awakens to the faint crackle of his earpiece, signaling an incoming transmission from the base. An officer's voice crackles through the static, prompting Isaac to relay the dire situation and plead for urgently needed medical supplies. However, as the conversation progresses, Isaac's suspicions are aroused by the officer's line of questioning, particularly the insistence on divulging his exact location or firing into the air. Sensing a trap, Isaac stands firm, refusing to comply with the dubious directives. A keen listener, Isaac detects a subtle discrepancy in the officer's accent, realizing with growing certainty that he's speaking to none other than Juba, the cunning sniper who has infiltrated their radio frequencies. Undeterred by Isaac's resistance, Juba persists in his efforts to engage Isaac in conversation. Veiled threats lurk beneath his seemingly innocuous queries. Faced with the unsettling prospect of Juba's continued surveillance, Isaac reluctantly agrees to engage in dialogue, all the while surreptitiously sketching a makeshift map of the surroundings to ascertain the sniper's likely position.